की अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की नामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की ब्रजभूमि श्री वृंदावन धाम की मायापुर श्री नवद्वीप धाम की पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र श्री जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की गंगा माई यमुना माई की भक्ति देवी तुलसी देवी की कलियुग पावन श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की समृत गौर भक्त विंद की निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga.
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Can you please pass the Srimad Bhagavatam? Put it here. Put it here. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Shri Radha Kunja Vihari. We are no. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. What's the name of the temple? This area? CAMP? Camp? ISKCON Camp? The name is Camp? It doesn't appear in Google. No, it doesn't appear also. But that is ISKCON Pune. It's okay. It's okay. ISKCON Pune, you see? No. It's okay. We're still in ISKCON Pune. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Givaradhari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Givaradhari. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Yashodanandanam Braja Janaranjana Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yashodanandanam Braja Janaranjana Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jai Radha Madhava Rasa Madhava Radhe Jai Radha Kunja Vihari Radha Kunja Vihari Shri Radhe Jai Radha Gopinata Radha Gopinata Shri Radhe Jaya Radha Shama Sundar Radha Shama Sundar Sirate Jaya Krishna Balaram Krishna Balaram Krishna Balaram Jaya Krishna Balaram Jaya Gauranitai, 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 Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada Jai Go Hari Bo Hari Bo Hari Bo Jai Go Shitanath Premanande Jai Nichalila Pabhishna Om Vishapad Param Sa Paribrajikacharya Ashro Tarasati Srimad His Divine Grace Srila Abhay Charanar Abhinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Anantakoti Vaishnava Binda Ki Jai Samaveda Bhaktavinda Ki Jai Nitai Goshitana Primanande All glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga. My internet is very slow. Who has a fast internet? You have a fast internet here? Hare Krishna. Do you have a fast internet here? Can you give me the password? Is it Krishna 108?
Introduction. Hare Krishna. Today we are very, very fortunate to have the association of His Holiness Bhakti Anugraha Janardana Swami Maharaj. Of course, Maharaj doesn't need an introduction.
Tell everyone the password, no problem. Huh?
Hare Krishna. Today
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Go ahead.
Okay. So today we are fortunate to have the association of His Holiness Bhakti Anugraha Janardana Swami Maharaj. Of course, Maharaj doesn't need an introduction. Maharaj is a very legendary and very famous devotee. Used to travel with His Holiness Gopal Krishna Maharaj to US and different countries like Europe and America. And Maharaj has lot of his personal memories. So we like to share at the end of Maharaj. Maharaj can share some memories of Maharaj. We'll all be very grateful for that. And he is also a member of the Vrindavan Executive Board. And also he has done his Bhakti Shastri. And he is preaching in New Delhi, Vrindavan, Philippines. And of course, many other places. So we are very grateful, Maharaj, you have come here and
Thank you.
Giving us your Divine association. So let us welcome Maharaj by chanting one time loudly Hare Krishna Mahamantram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare. Maharaj also very well known for his kirtans. Hare Krishna.
Just a second. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Om Jnana Timirandasya Gyanam Gyana Shalakaya Chakshurudmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manovistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamaya Dadati Swapadantikam Vandehang Shri Guru Sri Juta Padakamalang Shri Gurung Vaisnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Visakam Vitamsha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesa Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostate Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Visabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripasindubhya evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaisnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Sri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Gopal Krishna Goswami Tramini Prabhupadasya Sahityam Yapakasha Tiracha Pracharam Kirmashaya Bhagatpada Itin Mudmaha. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesa Sunyavadi Ashatya Deshatarine Om Ajnana Timirandasya Gyanangana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Reading from the Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 7, Chapter 4, Hiranyakashipu terrorizes the universe. Text number 3 and 4. Number 3, there is no purport, so we all recite text number 4, and I will recite text number 3 alone. Tato jagama bhagavan amoghanugraho vibhu pujito shiro varyena stuyamana prajeswarai. Then Lord Brahma, who awards infallible benedictions, departed, being worshipped by the best of the demons, Hiranyakashipu, and being praised by great sages and saintly persons. Text 4. Ibang ladbha barodatyo Bibhrademan mayang bapu Bhagavati akarodvesam Batur vadham anusmaran. Somebody else. Devam Nagam Barodadyo Devam Vaibam Varum Bapu Bhagavati Akarodvesam Matur Vadham Anusmaram.
Devam Labdha Varodadyo Vibhradeyam Mayam Bapu Bhagavad Ankarodvesham Dhatu Vardham Anusmaran.
Matajis.
Evam Labdhavaro Daityo Vibhradeyam Mayam Bapu Bhagavati Akarodvesham Dhatu Vardham Anusmaran. Evam Labdhavaro Daityo Vibhradeyam Mayam Bapu Bhagavati Akarodvesham Dhatu Vardham Anusmaran.
Word for word meaning. Evam does. Labdhavara, having obtained his desired boon. Daitya Hiranyakashipu, Vibhrat, acquiring. Hemamayam, possessing the luster of gold. Vapu, a body. Bhagavati unto Lord Vishnu, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Akarot, maintained, Dvesha, envy, Batu Vadham, Bratu Vadham, the killing of his brother, Anusmaran, always thinking of. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The demon Hiranyakashipu, having thus been blessed by Lord Brahma, and having acquired a lustrous golden body, continued to remember the death of his brother, and therefore be envious of Lord Vishnu. Everybody please repeat. The demon Hiranyakashipu, having thus been blessed by Lord Brahma, and having acquired a lustrous golden body, continued to remember the death of his brother, and therefore be envious of Lord Vishnu. Purport. A demoniac person, in spite of acquiring all the opulences possible to obtain in this universe, continues to be envious of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Ibang ladva varudatyo bibrad dimasmayang bapu bhagavati akarudveshang Brathur Vadhang Anusmaran. So this part of the Srimad Bhagavatam. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, this episode of Prahlad Maharaj, his story and being saved by Lord Nisinghadev and the atrocities of his father, the king of demons. Hiranyakashipu must be the longest part. The whole 7th canto is practically dedicated to Prahlad Maharaj. Prahlad Maharaj is one of the Mahajans. Mahajan means the authority for religion. Just like Narad Muni also is also one of the Mahajans. They are both Nitya Siddhas. But at the same time, in the purport, in the story of Narad Muni and Prahlad Maharaj, in a sense, they are partly Nitya Siddhas. They also perform Sadhana Siddha. Even though they're eternally liberated souls, to show us examples of how we can attain pure devotional service, loving devotional service, prema bhakti, towards the Supreme Lord, is that we have to also follow the same process. And when one makes advancement in Krishna consciousness, the non-devotees or even devotees, practicing devotees, neophyte devotees, they become envious. Hiranyakashipu, specifically, he was envious of the Supreme Lord, and that's why he harmed Prahlad Maharaj, his own son. Where can you find a father inflicting pains and even trying to kill his own son? Can you still find that nowadays? Yes, of course. Maybe you have not seen, have you not heard? There are many, many instances all over the world that they will blame their own children for their misfortune, the parents, and they will harm them, they will beat them, they will curse them, and sometimes they will even kill them. So this story, the origin of this story is Hiranyakashipu. He is the original terrorist. It's like nowadays there's so many terrorism all over the world. So many wars. Recently there is a war in Lebanon, in Beirut. Iran attacking them, or Palestine, Israel, or Ukraine, Russia, or even just recently within Pakistan, there was a big riot, no? Bangladesh, everywhere. So everyone is envious of each other. The whole world is envious of each other. Prabhupada says, everyone is envious of each other. Even the materialists, they're envious of the devotees. Yeah? They will say, hey, how come they're always happy? They don't go to job, but they still eat so many times a day. So much prasadam, so much food. Are the devotees envious of non-devotees? Yes or no? No. Are you envious of the materialist? Of course not. But have you seen sometimes a devotee is envious of another devotee? Yes. Envious means, or envy means, you have something that I don't have, and I want to have it because I want to have it. I'm envious of you, and I want to have better than what you have. And I will do anything and everything to have it, even to destroy you. So Hiranyakasipu is the origin of being an envious personality. He was envious of God. He was envious of Krishna. After his brother being killed, Hiranyaksha, by Lord Varahadev, he promised to avenge. He promised to get even to Lord Narayan, that he performed these austerities for so many celestial years that practically his whole body was eaten by ants. Nothing is left. Only bones, not even flesh. Finished. But the heart is still there. Still pumping. Because as soon as the heart stops pumping blood, that means one is dead person. This is the first thing that the doctor will check. If the heart, if there's still pulse, if you have a pulse, that means your heart is still beating. So when the demigods, they became so disturbed, the whole universe was shaking. The whole universe can feel the austerity that Hiranyakashipu was performing. Everyone is almost being burned by the heat emanating from his body. So they went to Lord Brahma and asked Lord Brahma for help. And usually when they are in trouble, the demigods, they go to Lord Brahma, and if Lord Brahma cannot remedy, then they will go to Lord Vishnu. But this time Lord Brahma, he can manage. He tried to manage. He tried to manage first. So he went to the place when Hiranyakashipu cannot be seen. He was like in the top of the, not on top, but he was covered by an ant hill. And Lord Brahma with his kamandalu, he poured holy water and emerged Hiranyakashipu, and his body came back into his normal form. But now it's mentioned here, golden. He acquired a lustrous golden body after being poured by that holy water, and because of his austerities. Usually when a person performs austerities, you can see some glowing effulgence coming from the body of that person. It's like Kumbh Mela is going to happen soon, in January, February in Allahabad, Prayag, Tirtharaj. You'll see a lot of sadhus there. They're glowing. And Prabhupada says some of them are like 700 years old. They came from the Himalayas, not by bus, not by train, not by airplane, by Ganga. They will go from the source or where the Ganga will flow, and they will dip themselves, and then when they come up, they're right there in Allahabad. And I've seen many of them because few Allahabad Kumbh Mela we've been, or in Haridwar, and so many of them. You can see their forehead, their skin, their body are like so much wrinkled. You can see, or you can know if a person is old by the face. So many wrinkles, right? But not in Bollywood. Even they're old, they will have a facelift. They will still look young. But these sadhus, very effulgent, very shining. And this is the way how Hiranyakashipu was. After his austerity was performed, Brahma would like to give him benediction. But first of all, the benediction that he wanted to have, Hiranyakashipu, is to become immortal. But then Lord Brahma says, how can I give you something which I cannot give? I am also a mortal person. I have to die, so I cannot give you. But somehow or other he tricked Lord Brahma by saying so many options not to die during the daytime or nighttime, outside or inside, by animal, by human or any demigods, by any weapons, and so on. So tatastu, so be it. So now, Lord Brahma, after giving that benediction, he left. Just we've read here. And now Hiranyakashipu will start to usurp the throne of King Indra. And this happened in a different kalpa in Swargaloka. Some of these pastimes of the Supreme Lord happens in different places of the universe. Have you been to Ahobilam? Anyone of you have been to Ahobilam? Yes? Ahobilam also is the place where Lord Nrsimhadev appeared. Many years ago, millions of years ago, in a different kalpa. And this is the place also where Hiranyakashipu was killed. You can still see the school of Sanda and Amarka, where Prahlad Maharaj and his fellow sons of the demons, they were playing and they were being taught by Sanda and Amarka. So here, a description, a demoniac person is being explained. In spite of acquiring all the opulences possible obtained in the universe, continues to be envious of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So as we mentioned earlier also, sometimes a devotee, a sign of a devotee who is making advancement is that he doesn't want to create enemies. But naturally, those who are neophytes, they are envious of those who are making advancement. Because he doesn't want anyone to be better than him. Prakrita Bhakta. That means he is materialistic devotee. A person who is liberated is free from envy. He cannot be envious. Only those who are still under the modes of material nature and who cannot give up the desire to enjoy the sense objects with their senses and who are still attached from fulfilling their material desires. The reason why we're still here in the material world is that because we are still envious. In the spiritual world, there is no envy. There is lust, anger, greed, madness, illusion, and envy. These are the enemies of the living entities. Of all of these anarthas, or 6 demons, 6 unwanted desires that we have, 5 can be dovetailed in bhakti. 1 can be lusty for Krishna. Of course, the lusty in the material world is not the same. The gopis, they are lusty for Krishna. They're not wanting, not just to enjoy themselves, but they want themselves to be enjoyed by Krishna. They will decorate themselves for Krishna's pleasure. Last, anger. Look at Hanuman. Hanumanji, he was angry towards Ravana. He could have finished Ravana actually. He had that power, he had that Shakti to finish the whole army of Ravana out of anger, but he did not do it. Because his mission is only to deliver the message to Sita Devi. Last, anger, greed. 1 should be also greedy for serving the Supreme Lord and His devotees. Just like the materialists, they are greedy for wealth, for women, for name, for prestige, for possession. We should also be greedy to serve, but not at the expense of committing offense to others. We should be mindful of others as well who are serving the Supreme Lord. So greed is there. Lobha. As Srila Rupa Goswami says, that is the price that we have to pay. Greedy for Krishna's service. But not become envious of others. Last, anger, greed, madness. We should mad about Krishna, about Radhe Shyam, Sisi Radha Kunja Bihari, Sisi Gaur Nitai. That all day long we are thinking of them 24 hours. When will that day come? Right now we're in the process. Last, anger, greed, madness, illusion. The devotees also of the Supreme Lord, they are in illusion. Yogamaya, under the Yogamaya potency, not Mahamaya. The materialists, they are under the jurisdiction of Mahamaya. Illusion, material energy, Durga Devi. In the spiritual world, they don't care whether Krishna is God or not. Sometimes they think he is Narayan or a very powerful demigod. This is in Vrindavan. Of course, Boma Vrindavan, because in this spiritual world there are no demigods. Only here in the material world. But envy, no. We are envious. So, if we see others, or ourselves also, if there is some envy within us, which is, there is still some envy within us, we should always think how to get rid of this envy. How to get rid of this envy. If you're envious of another devotee, but it takes a lot of humility to get rid of that envy, you should serve that devotee. You should serve that devotee. That's the only way how we can get rid of envy from another person. We should always remind ourselves that if I'm envious of another person, that means I'm hurting Krishna. Because that envy will lead to hatinata offense, the mad elephant offense. Envy usually starts from the mind. And then through the words, starting to criticize. And then after that, you will not care. You will start to harm that person. So one must be very careful. If others are envious of us, we should think that I should reciprocate to him through love. I should be caring, and I should also think for his own welfare. The materialists, they do tit for tat. That means if they do this to you, you should reciprocate the same way, like what they're doing to you. Oh, there's a saying in the Bible: do not do to others what others do not do to others what others do not want to do unto you. So that means reciprocate. So we have to be have this quality of empathy to put ourselves in that position. But usually we receive our karma through others. We suffer through others. We receive our joy and our sufferings from others. They are not the cause of our sufferings and pleasure. Through them only that we receive karma. So sometimes if others will inflict pain to us, we should think that this must be due to my past activity, and I'm just reaping the result right now. So if someone is envious of us, we should think that somehow, sometime or another, I must have been envious towards others. And by performing bhakti, we will be able to eliminate this envious mentality, and we'll be able to give up our material desires, and we'll be able to exchange all of those negative or demoniac qualities by performing spiritual activities. It's very difficult to get rid of envy. It's not so easy. Somehow or other, especially those who are in the modes of ignorance and passion. And that's why Srila Prabhupada says we should be at least in the mode of goodness. Performing bhakti doesn't mean to be in the mode of goodness. To be in the mode of pure goodness. but we cannot go in the mode of pure goodness if we are not in the mode of goodness. So the quality that we have to get rid of ultimately is that envious mentality. As Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, we only need two things to do to go back to Godhead. Continuously chant the holy name of the Lord and not to criticize anybody. Criticizing someone means you are envious of that person. We should always look on the good quality of others. Even if we see 99% bad qualities of that person, and we only see one good quality, because everyone at least should have one good quality. We should try to fan that. Not look at the 99%. Overlook that. Look at that one quality and make it big. Now, if you see 99% good quality from a person and you see one bad quality, don't fan that one bad quality and make it big. It's the same thing. So the more we see things according to Guru, Sadhu and Shastra, then the more we'll be able to get rid of offenses, especially Vaishnava aparad, which is the most grievous offense. What's that offense? To criticize the devotees who dedicated their lives in the propagation of the chanting of the holy name. No criticize devotees and no criticize even non-devotees. The non-devotees, we should help them. If we criticize non-devotees, then how can they be saved? How can they go back to Godhead? If we say, oh, we are the best, and the rest, forget about them, then what's going to happen? You will be part of them also one day. So, Hiranyakashipu is the epitome of being the most envious person in the entire universe. And by his example, we should not follow. There are examples that we should follow, and there are examples that we should not follow. So Hiranyakashipu is one of them. He is the best example of what we should not do. Hare Krishna. And our Guru Maharaj, especially, we traveled with our Guru Maharaj for 27 years. I started traveling with him 1997 when I moved to India. First to Vrindavan and then to Delhi. He asked me to be his servant, to be his secretary. And I've never seen him criticize one single person. No. Well, truth is truth. He will say, oh, that person is crooked. He will tell me. That person is crooked. But he will not criticize that person. He's just telling me that. He will try to help anyone and anybody. It doesn't matter how good or how bad they are. No. No way. It's very simple. This is the most, of all the qualities I've seen with our Guru Maharaj, his simplicity. Because a person who's simple, he cannot be envious. He is satisfied. A person who is satisfied, he will not want to have something that he does not have. He's satisfied. He's happy. Whatever Krishna gave to him, he's thankful. And he's not hankering for anything else that he does not have to make him happy. He will not blaspheme anybody. He will not criticize anybody. I've seen some who criticized him, but they are envious personalities. How can you find fault from a pure devotee? Even a small thing, you cannot find. It's a Mahabhagavat, an Uttama Bhakta. How can you find fault on him? But others again who are neophytes or who are wanting his position, they will want anything and everything to pull him down. So instead of cursing them, your thoughts again should be how to love them. I was reading. I'm gonna read to you. There is a statement from Bhakti Swami. You know His Holiness Bhakti Swami. Envy cannot easily be changed because everyone is subconsciously envious of God and therefore has a certain tendency to envy any authority. Not easily can be changed. In fact, all difficulties in this material existence can be attributed primarily to the fact that human beings are innately envious of God. This is so because the degree of envy represents the degree to which people break the laws of God, and the extent to which people break the laws of God indicates the extent to which they bring misfortune upon themselves. So if you are envious of another person, that means you are harming yourself. Because you are not harming that person, you are harming Krishna or God. Because he is creation or created by God, created by Krishna. Ultimately, we're the one who will be harming ourselves. Okay, here. As you practice being less disturbed by the envy of others in all of your activities, and as you overcome your own internal envy, you will automatically be transformed into a more loving being. So others are envious of us, we also have envy, internal envy. We have to work on that one. To work on the others' envy, we have to have thoughts, always positive thoughts towards them. And towards ourselves, our internal envy should be, to overcome this is that when we see others successful, when we see others happy, we should be happy about them. We should be happy for them. It says here, try to remember the power of envy every day, not so that it become a fixation, but so that you work in a way that reduces the envy of others. When such envy is minimized, you can more easily mobilize people to action. I will stop here. Have any question or comments? Any questions? Any points? Any points you've heard that, like makes you realize something? Go ahead.
Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Haribo.
How do we deal with anger?
Deal with anger?
Anger.
Be simple. Be satisfied. Again, it's the same thing. Angry mode comes when you want something and you cannot attain it. Like children, you've seen children, they want something, Pita, Pita, I want that. And the Pita says, no. Then the child will get angry. He will hit his head on the floor to get the attention of the father. Angry. So, be satisfied. Be simple, whatever you have. If it comes to you, it's yours. If it doesn't come to you, it is not yours in the first place. Whatever Krishna provides, be happy. It's very difficult though, isn't it? Because of our material desires, we want something, but it is not our karma to attain it. We are not meant to have it. In Krishna consciousness, we are told what to do, what to have. We don't want position. That's number one. We should not want to have a position. If Krishna desires to be the president, you'll become a president. If Krishna desires that you go up to be a guru one day, you'll be a guru when you become mature in your bhakti. One day, one will become a sannyasi also. Some of these brahmacharis will become sannyasis. You have to earn it. He says, oh yeah, I want to become a sannyasi, but I have so much material desires, I have so much, attachments. I want to become a guru, but I cannot even control my senses. Then you become angry if you cannot reach that. Then you start to become, criticizing others. Yeah, because of you, because of you, that's why I'm like this. Grihastas, do they have any desires? Many. You have a license for sense enjoyment, but not overdoing it. You should know the limit. Because once you cross the limit, then you become a sense enjoyer and you become unhappy. You'll not be satisfied. Then if you're not satisfied, you're always in an anger mode. Or envious grihasta. Are the brahmacharis envious of the grihastas? You're not supposed to be. Otherwise you'll become a grihasta one day. Yes? Are the grihastas envious of the brahmacharis? Then you'll become a brahmachari one day. And then sannyasi. That's good. Main thing is to be simple. Like our Guru Maharaj. It's so simple. He doesn't care where he will sleep. Like while traveling, we can be given like big place to stay. I remember first time traveling with him, we've been to a place where it's like There is no heater, and it's winter time. Winter time in Russia, in Vladivostok. Oh, minus 20 degrees. It's cold. But he did not complain. That's what it is. That's what they have. What can you do? He did not chastise them. Where is my heater? I want my heater now. No. Simple. And it's like here, I was shown the quarters where Guru Maharaj stays. It's very simple. He will not complain, hey, why is it not like, no. But one time though, he made a joke to me. We were having prasadam, one grihastha, and no spicy at all, like very, like no taste. So he told me, hey, prasadam, no taste. You have to have some taste. You have to put some, like at least, ginger, adrak, or, turmeric, or some salt. But we were given this prasad. How can you eat prasad without salt or so? So he was telling me in a joke, hey, prasadam, no taste. It is not criticizing, but he accepts we were eating. But for you, I don't think you'll be able to eat that. Yeah? Any other points? A comment? You have 2 microphones.
Hare
Yes.
Krishna Maharaj. My question is, sometimes we feel that maybe some fellow devotee is envious towards us. We can feel it sometimes
You
through
can
his
feel?
actions. Through his actions. We
Oh,
feel
yeah?
as if he
Yeah,
is
yeah.
acting in an envious manner.
Okay.
And that time, we have a tendency that we start doing, fault finding into him. And then it's going on in our head. And then we know we should not tell someone else about whatever we think is wrong in him. Otherwise, we might commit Vaishnava. So there's a kind of a struggle, an internal struggle, wherein we are dealing with these things. Oh, he's wrong to me, and he has all these different faults. So how to deal with that situation? Because we can't go out and tell our fellow devotee, because then we might commit an aparad towards that person.
So put yourself in his situation. If you become like him, what will happen to you? He says, don't go fight with a pig, because you'll get dirty also. So don't be like him. But on the other hand, pray for him. Pray for him and ask him directly, is there anything I can serve you? Then he'll feel like, hey, why does he want to serve me? But do it with genuine humility though, with no pretense, not hypocritical. You do it. Prabhuji, I want to serve you. Is there anything I can do for you? Then maybe he'll have a change of heart. Because you care for him. You want him to do like what you are doing to him. Because usually those who are envious, they are destructive. They want to destroy you. But you are not there to destroy him. You are there to help him. So maybe he'll think, hey, maybe I should change my attitude. I want to help him also. I want to help others. Prabhupada says, this movement is a movement of service only. Do we have any service? Do we have any duty? Do we have any... Do we do anything else here except service? Everything is about service here. Isn't it? Service with love and devotion. If others are not like that, then you try to help them by your example. You may not tell them anything by words, but by your actions, you are telling them proper way what to do. And this is for everyone, to the senior devotees up to the newcomers. They should be taught and reminded of again and again. Our only duty is to serve, nothing else. We serve Krishna by serving the devotees. You cannot say, I love Krishna, but I don't love his devotees. Then where is the love for Krishna? I only want to serve the sannyasis, but I don't want to serve the grihastas. Where is the love there? I only invite the sannyasis for prasad. I will not invite the brahmacharis. Where is the love there? They also dedicated their life. 24 hours. 365 days in a year. So why only sannyasis? Brahmacharis also. This is the duty of the grihastas, to invite people or devotees to give them prasad. Otherwise they'll become envious, the grihastas. Yes.
Thank you, Maharaj, for deeply explaining about the envy and how to overcome it. So my question was, you told that out of the 6 anarthas, envy cannot be engaged in Krishna service. But we see that during Srila Prabhupada's time, Prabhupada disciples used to compete for book distribution. And so how to understand that?
That is a spiritual competition. A spiritual competition is like, if you know something which is, you excelled in that service, you should tell others how to do it. The best book distributors during Prabhupada's time, they will travel to different temples to tell devotees the techniques how to distribute a lot of books. They don't keep it to themselves. If you know something which is you're good in doing, it's like, say, you're good in making garlands, show it to others how to do it. It's like here, the garlands here is like going not straight like this. I've seen, is that correct? The garlands here like diagonal or something? That's very difficult to do, isn't it? Not everyone can do that. Usually they can do it like straight. Now if you do something, if you know something, if you know something which you're good at to do, share it to others. If you don't share it to others, you'll become envious. Being envious and being proud go side by side together. Usually those who are proud, they are envious. And if you're envious, you'll become proud. They're like brothers and sisters together. In the spiritual world, there is a spiritual competition. We should have spiritual competition, who can distribute the most books. But we're doing it for the pleasure of the Lord and Prabhupada. Now, if we want to be the best book distributor, and we're thinking that I want to hear my name during the announcement in the morning. I just want to hear my name, that I'm the number one. Then that is not proper. That means you're going to be envious of others. Because if you become number 2, then you will do anything and everything to get rid of number 1, and you become number 1. No. It is not like that. If you see others becoming number 1, yes. Hare Krishna, Hare Bol. That's how you get rid of your envy. Hey, he's making advancement, that's good. You should be happy that he's making advancement. If you're not, you'll become envious. If you want your position to be in his position, you'll become envious. We should just do our part of distributing books the best I can. It's up to Krishna. If he wants me to be the topmost book distributor, fine. If he wants me to remain number 2, thank you, Krishna. Be satisfied. Our purpose is to please Guru and Krishna. If that is accomplished, it doesn't matter whether we are on the bottom or I'm on the top. It doesn't matter where I am, as long I'm pleasing Krishna and Guru. That is my purpose. That is my only aim. Then I'm happy. And if you're not happy, you'll become envious. You'll become an aparadi. Okay. So we stop here. Srila Prabhupada ke, Guru Maharaj ke, Nitai Gaur Chaitanya Premanande, Hari Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna, we want to thank
Hare
Maharaj.
Krishna.
We want to thank Maharaj for giving such a deep and insightful class about envy. So Maharaj, whenever you are here in Pune, please come and Kunjban and have your association.
When I'm, yes.
So
I will try my best. Thank you.
So let us thank Maharaj. Loudly chanting one time Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare,
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
His Holiness Bhakti Anugraha Janardana Swami Maharaj ki jai.
Hari Bol.
Krishna Maharaj will be giving Sundays morning Bhagavatam class in NVCC. There we can have his association there. Hare Krishna.
Hare Rama, Hare Hare.